Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel for another video today. And today is an exciting video because we are talking tummy tuck. I have not addressed my tummy tuck here on my channel in a formal video since the 2-month mark, and we are now about 4.5 months out from my tummy tuck. So if you are new here, hi, my name is Brittany and I do tons of motherhood content. That's mainly what I do, day in the lives, homemaking type stuff, grocery hauls, all of that kind of stuff. But I have been documenting my entire tummy tuck journey here on my channel. So I had a tummy tuck back in May of 2022, and I have an entire playlist from, my consult footage to a Q&A to like all of my post-op stuff. So like the day of surgery, a few days after, a few weeks after, all the way up till 2 months, which is the last time I made an update. So if you haven't watched any of those videos, you probably won't know a whole lot about what I'm talking about in this video. So I would recommend checking out that playlist in the description box and watching all of those videos first to get caught up. Okay, so like I mentioned, like most of you know, I had a tummy tuck back in May of 2022, and I am now just over 4 months post-op. I had my 4-month post-op appointment a couple of weeks ago. It actually had to be a virtual visit because I think I mentioned this in my last video, but my surgeon actually left the office where I went, and she moved. She actually was given her own office and practice, like within a larger scale practice. So very happy for her, but now she's like 3 hours away from me. So we did a virtual visit, and there are a few things that she mentioned that I'm going to touch on. So let's just go ahead and start. I've gotten a lot of questions lately, people coming back to my tummy tuck videos and asking questions. So the number one question that I get is if I still swell and if I still wear compression. So I do still wear compression. I wear this one, which is the same one. If I can get it, it was inside out. This is the same one that I was wearing at the 2-month mark. This is the one that I got off of Amazon. I will link it below. So it has the crotch. This is by the brand Shaper X, I believe is what this one is. Yeah. So I bought this shaper in a extra large and in a large. And back when I was wearing compression during the day as well, I would wear the extra large during the day and then the large at night. So now I am just wearing the large at night, and that seems to do pretty well for me. However, I do still swell, and I think that's to be expected. And you're going to swell for, they say, up to a year. So I notice a lot, or not a ton. I really don't notice a ton of swelling. Some days I don't swell, but days that I've been super active, by the end of the day, my stomach just looks really bloated. And that is actually the stomach that I'm going to share with you guys today, because it's actually like 9:30 at night. I've been pretty active today. So when I show you my stomach, you're going to see like end of the day swelling or swollen stomach, which I wanted to share with you guys because I don't want to just always show it to you like super lean first thing in the morning. That's just not reality, especially with a tummy tuck. You swell. So to answer those questions, yes, compression at night, and yes, I do still swell sometimes. My neighbor had a tummy tuck. She's just over a year out at this point, and she still swells as well. She is a nurse, and she wears her compression like to work with her because she's on her feet all the time, and she notices that she swells a lot like as she's working. So I think it's just normal that we're going to swell for, a good bit of time. It just is what it is. Another question that I get asked a lot is if I've lost any weight or if I've kept off the weight that they took off. So they took off 10 pounds in my surgery, and I have more or less kept that off. I do occasionally, like I fluctuate, like up 5 pounds, back down that 5 pounds. But for the most part, I'm keeping most of that weight off. And then yeah, I did originally lose like another 10 pounds just when I wasn't able to eat a lot, but that sort of like as my eating, I think I mentioned this in the last video, as my eating came back, so did that bit of weight. Oh, another question with compression, I'm a little scatterbrained, is do I wear it when I work out? And I do not. I did for a while, but I didn't notice any like improvement in the amount that I would swell when I would wear it. So I don't wear it when I work out. And I do work out 5 to 6 days per week and drink a ton of water because that will help with the swelling as well. I'm still getting asked a lot who my surgeon was. I've said this in a couple of videos now, and I'm still getting asked how much it costs. So I think this is just something that I'm gonna have to address in every video. I paid $10,600 for my surgery. Insurance did not cover it. And Dr. Heather Levitis did my surgery. She is at HKB Plastic Surgery in Chapel Hill, North Carolina now at this point. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, so I wanted to touch on the couple of things that she mentioned in my post-op appointment. So I had mentioned in my 2-month appointment that she thought she saw a little bit of a dog ear popping up, and she is still seeing that now. It hasn't necessarily gotten significantly worse. If I'm swollen, it looks worse. But I notice it now when I sit, it like, pills over a little bit, like especially if I have jeans on or something, I notice it there. And I actually notice it on the other side as well. And she does think that there's one little one on this side and then a bigger dog ear on that side. So my surgeon does not do any like revisions until the 6-month mark. So when I go back for my 6-month appointment, I'll actually go to a different doctor that is at the practice that I originally went to, and she will do it. That doctor actually was in my surgery with Dr. Levitis and like saw the whole process and all of that. So I'm totally comfortable with her fixing my dog ear. Essentially, she said that they just cut like an eye shape. So on top of the incision and then on the bottom of the incision, essentially just like cut the dog ear off and then sew it back together. So it's very non-invasive. It's done in the office, pretty easy. They just numb you up and fix it real quick. The other thing that she mentioned is my scar. I do have a little bit of harder area forming on the spot that I had a fluid pocket. If you guys remember, I had the little fluid pocket where it was, the incision's a little bit harder. She just told me to watch it, put more cream on it, but they can do, if it continues to keloid, they can do some steroid injections to help with that. So overall, I am very happy with my surgery. To be honest, the dog ears don't even bother me. I think I mentioned in a video in the very beginning of this process about how I really did not want dog ears. But I've seen on some videos some really bad dog ears, and mine are barely noticeable. Like I said, they get more noticeable as I swell more. But overall, I'm happy. The only thing, and I'll show you what I mean when I show you my stomach, that I wish she would have done is taken maybe a little bit more lipo on my hips. I mentioned this in my last video that I now have like a waistline where it goes in and out, but I think in my opinion that she may have created too much of a waistline, and then I would have liked it to be a little bit more straight, if that makes sense. Not straight down, but just a little bit less of the curve. But I know a lot of women love the curve. So again, maybe it's just something that I need to be getting used to. One more thing that I want to touch on, and then we will get into me showing you what my stomach looks like right now at 4 months post-op. I wanted to talk about feeling in my stomach. So I still do not have a ton of feeling right around my incision line. And I would notice it a lot when I would get in the swimming pool in the summertime. The water's cold when you first get in, so it would be cold. And then I would feel nothing there. But now I still notice it when I have an itch, it's the itch is so deep where I can't get to it. I can't itch it. When I itch the top of my stomach, I don't feel anything, but then I still feel the itch. I don't feel myself scratching myself, but the itch is still there. Does that make sense? I also think there is some confusion going on. So, the skin that's down there was up here. And so sometimes your body can like think that you're itching down here, but you're really itching up here. Does that make sense? That's a total, like a phantom. Have you ever heard of phantom kicks in pregnancy? Like after you're pregnant, you'll have phantom kicks. So there's, phantom itches. Your body's like, oh, well, that skin was up here. So it itches down here, but it wants you to scratch up here. Does that make sense? I think that's what's going on. Or I'm just nuts. The only other complaint that I have, or the only other thing I have to say about that is that every once in a while, especially on this side, I will have like a little twinge of like pinching almost. And I remember her saying that that can last up to a year as well, but I didn't really notice it until I would say probably the last month or so. Yeah, I didn't notice it before then. I don't know if I was just so numb that I didn't notice it before then. They'd even said that you could have some burning for up to a year. I don't have a burning. It's just like a pinch. And then I lied that I thought that was the last thing, but it's not. There is a stitch in, it's just actually under my incision line, like right on my pubic bone, that did not dissolve, and it's trying to work itself out. And she saw it. And so it comes out in like little like bits. And she said that that's normal. Like some people's bodies just reject them and don't dissolve them, and it'll work its way out and then it'll be fine. She has said to make sure that it doesn't turn red or anything like that. But if you've had a tummy tuck, have you ever had that happen? Because I think it's pretty weird that 4 months later, we're still working on my body rejecting. My body's not sure. Okay, that's what it is. My body doesn't know if it wants to reject it or not. It's like I love it, but I don't, I thought I just heard a noise. Chris was upstairs putting kids to bed. Maybe I'm going crazy. Anyways, okay. I think that that's everything that I had to talk about. I think I answered all of your questions. If I didn't, leave them down below and I will answer them there. But I think that I answered all the ones that I've been getting lately. So yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and show you what my 4-month post-op stomach looks like. Okay, so we're just gonna ignore the fact that I'm in pajama pants. Again, it's 9:30 at night, so I'm tired. So also again, this is the end of the day. I'm pretty swollen. So this is what the top looks like. I pretty much have that definition there at the top all throughout the day. So I'm gonna try and pull this as low as I can. And this is what we're looking like. So this is the side that I was saying definitely has that dog ear. You can even kind of see it a little bit right there. Obviously my pants are cutting in, but see how what I mean? Like this is swollen. This is the area that swells throughout the day by far. Like this area right here swells so much faster than anywhere else. Like this side does not swell like that at all. And I almost feel like if like more than just an eye needs to be cut out, and then that would fix that. Like if it just sat down a little bit more like that, then that would definitely fix that. So hopefully we'll be getting that fixed at the 6-month mark. Here's my belly button. It's healing very well. It's definitely lightened up a lot over the past couple of months, I would say, or a couple of weeks even. It's not like this whole area used to be rough, and that's not the case anymore. Like the whole scar. And I used to be scared to like stick my finger in it or anything. Like I'm gonna touch the insides of my stomach, but again, that's not the case. So then this is what this side looks like. This is me pushing out. And then she always makes you do, oh, that fell down. She always makes you do this when you're in the office. But yeah, this is what my stomach is looking like at the end of the day. Pretty swollen. In the morning, it is definitely way flatter. Like here, you can see there's a little hump of swelling. That is definitely way flatter in the morning. She did say that the scarring here, it actually gets redder before it gets lighter. So it's actually normal right now for it to be a little bit redder than it was. And I do notice my stretch marks showing a little bit more, but that could just be because I'm a little bit swollen. But anyway, that is what my stomach is looking like at 4 months post-op. Okay guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you do. Subscribe if you're not already. I will do another update at 6 months, and then probably a final one at 1 year, so we can get sort of the whole experience wrapped up. I know that your body can continue to change for up to a year after the surgery and continue to shape itself or whatever. So I think it's fun to follow. There's several women on YouTube that have gotten tummy tucks that I've followed. Sarah Ray Vargas is my current favorite one to follow. So if you've not checked hers out, go and do that. I mentioned it before, but anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys on Monday for another grocery haul and meal plan. Have a great day, guys. Bye.